Hello HUD House Hunters, it's Donnie Corum with ColoradoSpringsForeclosureDeals.com. Today I bring you 7205 Omaha Boulevard, Colorado Springs, Colorado 80915. Basic cross streets are Palmer Park and Peterson area. This home features 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, a 1-car garage, a little over 1,800 square feet of living space for only $95,000. Now guys, this is a 150 home easy. It definitely needs some work. This is what we call a rehab, but you put some sweat equity into this thing and we got a lot of money on the table. Come on, let's go take a look at it. So we're inside the Omaha property, and out of the gate, as I mentioned guys, this is a rehab, but some of the key elements of this have already been taken care of. The first being some, not all the windows, but some of them have been swapped out with newer vinyl style windows. Great for efficiency, and that's one less item you got to worry about on this rehab. Now the flooring is an interesting purple, pinkish carpeting. That makes up the majority of the house's carpeting, and for me anyway, it's something that from a rehab perspective, we want to swap that out. Just from a color aspect, it definitely dates the property and makes it a little tougher to sell. So that's something we got to get rid of from a rehab, but maybe you can live with it in the meantime, or maybe you just love pink. Either or is fine. We head this direction, and you're going to find a pretty good sized kitchen. Cabinets are dated, as are the fixtures within the cabinets. So that's something we might want to swap these out over time, but as far as functionality goes, they'll do the job. The flooring is a linoleum that has definitely seen better days. So we're probably going to be reflooring this kitchen in general. But you know, the money made on these properties, guys, lies mostly with the kitchens and the bathrooms. That's where we want to focus most of our attention. So what I'm looking at more is the layout of the kitchen. I just like the openness and the way this feels very large. I mean, this is a pretty good eat-in kitchen. You could set down a table in here and just have your meals right here next to the kitchen, which is a nice feature. This direction we have 2 of the bedrooms and of course the bathroom. Starting with this first bedroom, pretty decent size. Now this is a rancher with a finished basement, so you've got 900 square feet above grade and 900 square feet below. In the bedrooms, again, as I mentioned, you've got this purplish carpet. To be honest, it's got some wear tracks on it, if you will, but it's not in bad condition. Again, it's just a color that leaves some to be desired. This may be considered our master bedroom, and I say maybe because the rooms are basically the same size on this. But the reason I think this could be is because you've got 2 closets here, albeit they didn't leave the closet doors. This is where, you know, with dual closets, we suspect this is probably your master bedroom. The secondary bedroom was over here. Again, about the same size. It actually does have the same dual closet feel, so again, I tell you, it's tough to decide which one's the master. I guess that's entirely up to you. But as far as rehab goes in this room, we can do this pretty quick. We're going to be repainting it. We're going to paint it anyway, so that's not a big deal. We're going to refloor it. We're going to add a normal shade of carpeting to it. We're going to put closet doors right up here, and then of course we're going to replace the doors and fixtures and lighting fixtures in the room. And with that, you've got a fully remodeled bedroom. And although that sounds like a large laundry list, guys, we're talking about a material cost somewhere in the $400 to $500 range for everything. So it doesn't take much to remodel a bedroom. At the end of the day, they're just flooring and walls, right? And here's the bathroom. Now this guy is definitely dated. It's got some weird tile on the floors, which is pulling up in certain areas, so we're definitely going to get that. The surround has seen better days, so we'll need to retile the surround. The vanity has got a 70s style look to the sink top, so we'll be replacing that. So in general, this bathroom is a full remodel, but it's all surface level stuff. So as with everything, you're just really focusing on the cosmetics because we believe the bones of the property to be just fine. But we can add a ton of sweat equity by putting in the features of the house that really matter to you most anyway, like the tile, the paint colors, and things you got to look at every day. Let's go see the basement. So we're downstairs in the basement of the Omaha property. Now over here we have kind of a living room area. This is the great room. And as you can see here, some of the flooring is missing, but that's okay because we were going to recarpet over all of this anyway. Beyond that, as I mentioned, some, not all of the windows are replaced in vinyl. The lower windows are still the old style aluminum single panes, so we want to swap those out. But all the upper windows, as far as I can tell, have been replaced with a new style vinyl windows, so that's nice. The flooring, again, needs some to be desired, so we'll add carpeting to it. We come to a third of the 4 bedrooms, and this has all been painted sort of a light blue color, so we're going to modernize the paint color, bring that into the times. We're going to replace these bifold doors. I like the ones with the louvers in them. I think that looks nice. But just in general, just updating this will probably make a huge difference on the overall presentation of this room. And again, we have a window that needs to be replaced. But what I do like is the windows are large enough and the window wells are deep enough that you're getting a lot of natural light in these basement bedrooms. You know, the problem with basement bedrooms, a lot of times they feel like a cave, but if you get enough light poured into them, it doesn't feel so bad, and that makes them feel a lot more like home. Back this direction is our second bedroom. This was obviously a kid's room. Got the planetarium going over there. So again, we're going to be repainting this. We're going to be adding flooring to it. This one already does have the vinyl window, so that's nice. So one less thing we got to worry about. And you know, just in general, guys, take a look around. I mean, hard to tell on camera, but this house doesn't feel that bad. I mean, it needs work, undoubtedly. But for $95,000, you put in the necessary sweat equity, and you're walking out of here with a property that's worth $150 or even more. Where else can you get 1,800 square feet anywhere in Colorado Springs in good condition now for under 150 grand? It just can't be done. So that's why buying it for 95 and putting in the work is what makes this a great investment. That's what we do here at Colorado Springs ForeclosureDeals.com. We find the best deals that are good investments for you. And the bathroom's got a 3/4 shower there. Shower looks to be okay. I would add tile to that just to, you know, make it look a little more presentable. The vanity looks good and the toilet's not bad. So, you know, we have some things that we want to update on that, but nothing hugely important. We're out back at the Omaha property. Let me apologize in advance for the dog barking, but you really need to see this backyard. First off, it's a really good size. This is roughly an 8,000 square foot lot we're sitting on, so you've got plenty of room. Obviously the lawn needs a little bit of work, but it's in, you know, just to have this much land here in town is a nice touch. The outside features a nice vinyl siding, so you can see here they put a little money into the back, you know, the exterior of the house. And this is nice because it holds up a lot nicer. This is a light blue color, but if you're not into that, this paints up quite easily with the right primer on it. And this will hold up a lot longer than masonry siding, which is, again, typical for this neighborhood. So one other feature, as I mentioned inside, is this smoker. Come check this out, because you know, normally you get backyard features like this, first thing we got to do is take this thing out, but you're not moving this anywhere. This is solid brick, man. So you're going to be able to stick some coal down in here. And, you know, if you're a big barbecue nut, you want to do some smoking of meats and stuff like that, just kind of a cool thing to have a smoker in your backyard. And again, you know, certainly weren't expecting that. With that, let's go ahead and recap the Omaha property. Now, this thing is 7205 Omaha Boulevard, Colorado Springs, Colorado, 80915. This house features 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a 1-car garage. It's currently listed at $95,000, but it's nearing the end of its owner-occupant period, guys, so I really think in the next couple of days this could be as good as gone. So please jump on board on this thing. Payment on $95,000 is going to wander somewhere in the $600 a month range, and you're getting 1,800 square feet and almost $50,000 worth of equity just for doing a little work yourself. You're really going to be able to steal this thing if you act quickly. I can't stress enough. April 30th is the deadline for getting in on this tax credit deal, and if you're going to buy a house anyway and you must be interested because you're watching these videos, then now is the time to take some action. We've been getting a lot of phone calls, but we're still hearing from guys, do I have enough time? Can I pull it off? Well, you can, but you got to get going. You got to get going right now. The number's at the bottom of the screen. Also, register online. Colorado Springs ForeclosureDeals.com. Hit us up on Facebook. Go to Facebook.com/Colorado Springs Foreclosure Deals, and you're going to find the latest and greatest of deals. And if you sign up with your cell phone information, we can even set you up for text message information on foreclosure properties just as they hit the market. Guys, I thank you so much for tuning in. This is Donnie Coram with Colorado Springs ForeclosureDeals.com, your leading resource for foreclosure property. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.